Good evening. My name is Amaranth, and I am Associate Director of the MFA in Creative Writing and Poetics here at uwb.edu.
My name is Ching-In Chen. I'm the Director of the MFA in Creative Writing and Poetics. And just before we begin, we'd like to start by acknowledging that the University of Washington, Bothell, and Cascadia College are built on the traditional lands of the Sammamish, the Little people of the Coast Salish territory. And we wish to express our deep respect to elders both past and present. We voice solidarity with their continued fight for Indigenous sovereignty, cultural preservation and rejuvenation, and reconciliation of ancestral lands. Yay!
To everyone gathered here tonight, welcome. We're thrilled to have you here for the next 3 days to consider, perform, translate, and transgress points of convergence.
As some of you know, each fall, the MFA hosts a conference that introduces our students to important questions of contemporary poetics through conversations and performances by a select group of invited writers and artists. This event, known as the Fall Convergence on Poetics, was named by our MFA founding director, Jean Hooving, for our location in a convergence zone, the meteorological term for a region of the atmosphere where two flows meet, leading to unusual weather conditions.
So when I volunteered us to host this year's AndNow Festival of Innovative Writing, I imagined the flow of AndNow and that AndNow community intersecting with the flow of our UW-Bothell and Greater Pacific Northwest writing communities. And I wondered what sort of weather systems might arise from that convergence.
So the panels, performances, and keynotes that have been selected for this event will give us the chance to consider the ways the arts might forge convergences at a moment of cultural, social, and political schism.
And some will give us the opportunity to consider potential failures of convergence.
We hope that the structure of the festival, with several daily breaks, an open lunch hour, and a reception and marathon reading on Saturday night, will provide ample opportunities to connect and converse, extending the dialogues begun in the sessions.
So to that end, there are a few points of business that we should mention. You each should have received a printed schedule when you registered. You'll find more details about the panels and the presenters on the Schedge website, and you'll see a link to that at the top of your schedule.
We have a wonderful team of volunteers, current students and alumni of the MFA in Creative Writing and Poetics, who you'll see throughout the conference. They're happy to help you find your way around campus and to answer any questions you might have. Just look for the pink T-shirts.
Also, this event is being photographed and videotaped, so if you do not want your image captured, please be sure to fill out the opt-out form that's available at registration and get a sticker on your name badge. And if you are taking photos, we hope you'll share them with us at the end of the festival. If you post on social media, you'll find us on Instagram as AndNow Festival 2019.
To reduce the environmental impact of our waste on campus, UW-Bothell has installed triple station bins for compost and recycling. You may find that some of the classrooms no longer have trash cans, so please sort your trash into one of these bins located in central areas on each floor of our campus buildings.
We also wanted to share a special note about the reusable tumblers that some of you received with your paid registrations. They're provided by Mir, which is a local company that gives a portion of each purchase to projects that are focused on clean water, healthy environment, and strong communities. You can find out about which project your tumbler funded using the code that's on the bottom of your tumbler. You can register that at their website and find out more. And if you have too many drinking vessels in your life and you don't need this free tumbler, we would love it if you would donate it back and we'll give it to someone else who can use it. Just let them know at registration.
Finally, we'd also like to draw your attention to an event that has been added in solidarity with the climate strike slated to take place tomorrow, September 20th, 2019. There will be a lunchtime climate strike, climate council conversation here in the North Creek Event Center, to which everyone is welcome. In the words of organizer Miranda Mellis, this is a chance to, quote, touch base about our climate work, climate feelings, and climate changes.
And lastly, I'd like to express my deep thanks to a few groups and individuals without whom this event would not be possible. Sincere thanks to the MFA in Creative Writing and Poetics, the Simpson Center for the Humanities, and the School of Interdisciplinary Arts and Sciences and Dean Bruce Burgett for their support of this event. Special thanks to everyone in the IAS office who helped prepare this festival and who are working overtime to keep it running. Coop, Sakara, Lisa, Eva, and especially to our amazing event coordinators, Larissa Babko, who laid the foundation, and Mateo Ochoa, who built the house brick by brick. Thank you to Miriam Bartha, who got us up and running and has helped see us through. It has been a huge pleasure working with you all. Thanks to my colleagues Jean Huving and Maya Sonnenberg for working closely with me in the planning. Thanks to Chris Gildow and Jared Leising of Cascadia College, who are working on an exhibition over in Mobius Hall. And thanks to Anita Ali, Naomi Bragan, and Ted Hiebert for their help. Thanks to IT for assistance with all of our technical needs, and extra support for some media art installations that you can check out over in Discovery Hall and in UW 2 called Breathe the Machine and Blue Monologue. And a special shout out to Kyle Davis and Tyler Walkley. My deepest gratitude to our conference assistants, Woogie Bay and Ashley Noel, who have helped every step of the way, and to the team of volunteers they have assembled, Amy, Aya, Cliff, Dana, Eric, Jack, Catherine, Caitlin, Matt, Nicholas, Reed, Sabina, Scott, and Simon. I can't thank you enough. And now...
And I'd like to make just one final statement of thanks to Amaranth Borsuk, who has brought us all together this weekend through acts of inspired vision and tireless enthusiasm. I'm extremely grateful for her efforts, and I hope you all very much enjoy the weekend to come. And it's our deep pleasure now to introduce our colleague, Ching-In Chen, to say a few words about tonight's keynote.
Hi, everyone. How's it going? Good. I am so happy tonight to say a few words about our first keynote for our 2019 AndNow conference. The acclaimed writer, sound artist, and curator, LaTasha N. Nevada Diggs. LaTasha N. Nevada Diggs has a very long list of accomplishments, productions, curations, interdisciplinary work, which has been featured all over the world, including at the Brooklyn Museum, in Berlin, in Slovakia, at the Whitney Museum of American Art, the Walker Art Center, and Beijing. She has won many, many awards, such as the National Endowment for the Arts, the Japan-U.S. Friendship Commission, Creative Capital, and the Whiting Foundation Literary Award. I have been so impressed by the multiple hats that she has worn as a gatherer of community on the stage and on the page in places such as Lincoln Center Out of Doors, Poets House, and the Highland Park, just to name a few, a very small amount. Terrence Hayes said of her 2013 Belladonna book, TwERK, that here it is, a dope jam of dictions, a remixed, multicultural, polyphonic dance of vocabularies, a language of high stakes, hijinks, and hybridity. But really, what I want to focus tonight is something that is dear to my heart. I wanted to talk about the dynamic effect that TwERK had on some new and emerging writers in an intro to creative writing class that I was teaching in Milwaukee when I was a newer teacher. In this particular classroom, there were students from northern rural Wisconsin, students from highly segregated Milwaukee neighborhoods, students who were used to being grammatically normed and told that their language was incorrect. And this is an experience I had, too, as a student. Students who were used to and wanting to be correct. Students whose cultural lineages included only oral traditions. These were also students on the surface, all trying to learn how to be in the space together with me, for whom the ghosts of housing and employment discrimination, U.S. imperialism, war, and genocide, economic depressions and disinvestments, local hunting and fishing and mining rights wars, all these ghosts arriving in the classroom, often in very tense ways which weren't addressed easily and which I was not trained to address in any way. And I, as a fairly new facilitator, also learning how to sit in the room, how to seed the room, so that we could listen and try to talk to each other in the short space of 50 minutes 3 times a week. I hoped by bringing in TwERK, because of all the ground it traversed, because it was unsettling and dynamic, because it didn't rest for long in any corners, that it would shift and make space in the classroom. And in reading and listening to the work of LaTasha N. I think we did learn how to make room for multiple tongues and dialects, both ours and not ours, by attending to how it is possible to bend, refract, and push language towards what new layers it could teach us, to learn how to do cultural critique with humor and a generosity of conversation, to listen to what was possible in front of us by framing ourselves within our work using sound, image, and improvisation. This was a kind of work we had not seen before, which we had not known was possible. It was a kind of work that was difficult and demanded work of us, of our bodies, of our ears, of our gut, to suspend our literal understanding, which made some of us angry and uncomfortable, but also made some of us sit up electric and want to get back to the work of creating culture and wrestling with the difficulties of sitting together. In short, this was a kind of work that blew our minds and pushed us into another kind of space for a conversation of the next level. So how fitting it is that we get to have this conversation with LaTasha N. here tonight, to open and seed our gathering, to push our convergence forward, to help us think deeply about what is possible for us to share together over the next few days in this space. Please join me in welcoming our keynote for tonight.
Thank you so much, AndNow, for inviting me. I was still kind of confused. Why me? I'm very grateful for the invitation. Thank you so much, the University, Washington, Bothell, and Amaranth for the invitation, and thank you, tech guys. I'm not going to drive y'all so crazy, all right? And to the volunteers that are fluttering around, especially the young lady who's been giving me warm water for my tea, thank you so much. And thank you, Anna, for your PC savviness. If you're... Okay. Artist's statement. This proposal reinterprets the artist's mother's famous quote. LaTasha, why do you always have to open up your damn mouth? And positions it into a larger framework of silence identities and survival mechanisms. This monument invites visitors to not only think about the artist's mother's personal journey from childhood during Jim Crow in the South to poverty and alcoholism in New York City, but also the movement of a people seeking a better life up north and the many who did not accomplish such. This monument celebrates those, like the artist's mother, who were not successful. For what her historic struggles for a place free of her previous life challenges most is our imaginary of what is impossible without resources and a stable, safe community. Wearing a curly hair wig and holding a bottle of nitrate, she steps timidly into an envisioned version of the single mother self-medicating her depression and despair. The artist challenges us to think about how this buxom, overweight, black Native woman with a Southern accent marking her Carolinian roots could represent the failure of the United States, both literally and symbolically, and how her muted internal grief as a woman of color could never bring the U.S. together. Kai 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 k k k k k k kai 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 k k k k k kai 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 k k k k Kai 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 k k k k Kai 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 k k k Kai 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 k Kai 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 k Kai 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 Jesus, children of America. Hear mama moan, her skin a sour sky moan. From covers moving words muffled, move parallel. Can't stand for nothing cause mama can't stand upright. Medicated on fortified. View mama case record a feet high from a record crate. No rose sweeter, save maybe those dried in Bibles. Self-taught, hand-sewed hymns, high water, transferred marrow, narrow men. Wax thee, whip her and me, holy care, saves no one near, a pint of chilled transcendental. Common sense in common areas. See mama overrun. Raggedy redeemer moan markings. Hoof scars on skull. Vicious vaccine arenas. Mama drown in high gutter. Raw murmur. Only boy stillborn. Now mama ration muscatel. Misery loves company. Mania mascot. 7 Marys in a tree ain't one. Was a mama. To mama. Rake at this mildew memoir. That black mold will get ya. High roller soliciting for a muse. Rescue me, 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 rescue my mauled mama. I come from a nervous Noah. total número das minhas sprechstampen in Dutch. Het total number of minhas idiopatie-stampen in Espanhol. O total número des mis trampos Ronaldo in Frisian escucha, by comi, het total number of my divorcia steps in ifesi dentro, gugu gaga. Het total number of mineci steps dentro inglês. O total número das minhas passos do Rosé em Nihongo, by comi, escucha, het total number of minha pinha stampen te português. O total número des mis graças passos benin runa simi. O total número de moe futu benin tereo maur escucha, by comi, escucha. Het total number das minhas borrachas stampen op jalagi. The total number of my brocos stompukon jalagi. Abri pa mi. Ring, 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 Little yawo on a fade on. Straight ain't a directional ornament. Tempo is here. Strips of newsprint, wheat paste onto your nana sharecropper's wall. So too is Oshum's needle. Rummage contents of whale oil. As bear-pierced bottles catch spirits, the crystal road is a rural, blingless one. Down and up, wind up the ocean. Sound the ogogo for Omolu. Mareje acoseris fetu para bobos. Love-struck passages in the D-Lagoon. Buzios bedazzle would-be brides whose rings are invisible in the crosshatch of scrap pot holders. A coconut drops the needle. A línea nunca heta. This poem is indirect. Meant unfixed. Cease resistance. Spirits might enter. Spirits might escape. Nail rust up nostril. Ogum's dandruff. She bites like a reminder. Like how silica cuts into the lungs for wampum. Purple and white, well and cowhog clam. Prestige and codes like gold chains. Chinese brass coins like Mr. T. Like indicators of worth and obligation. Birth, no direct meaning, no straight line. Just a quilt for celestially beige trickery. A que hora? Ask Flavor Flav. At present, a check misanga. O assim, o anão. Ochosi's bow ain't broke. Arrow ain't bent. He be fortune with that Angola swag. Oshumare handle that. So menshi alinea, the row of glass risen seeds, my lineage be a slave trade, be a fur trade, be a horse trade, be a dingy trade, be an ivory trade, be a 1492 misdirection, be a way trapped in Venetian Murano, be strung on deer tendon. Give me the loot. Give me the tax. Break the pattern. These lines never be direct. Flash the spirit. Esas líneas nunca sujetas. Oompa Loompa. Soy aquí Nutang. Can you welcome this gaze towards words unspoken by a cynical generation? Dump some lust of rulers. Your labor deserves plaudits. A pump of blood never explained, just expected. Yours or rude I may retain, just the slur. General blah blah is null. So simply, we are bipedal, but we be natural idiots. Plainly, full of ourselves, driven to control the oceans, the winds, adjectives. Your cheese is mean, friend. Like Punyan crunch, but we knew this. Skin fished and fried up, I thought it was the French to blame on mayo. A deaf waitress serves, teaches me espresso. A cashier denies me stamps. Coat the roofs with hot et ya et tal et meme. No volume raised though, so who hears if unable to read? Does this hand need be this heavy? Elaborate for me this thing about Frisian women. Evidence of heavy, unfettered traits, all leading to Famke Janssen. Bad examples, so verholen. The Dutch G estão now, meu compadre. Relatives nod, coat of honey on Spain or Iraq, or insert African Asian root here. Well, then we duet. A transfer of particles across ponds where escaped we collage. My skin code switch, longing tropics, it pales beside Wandersee. Your oak thrives in sand as I digress to YouTube tutorials to catch the rhythm. Full of joy, alas, the shop for clumpies is open from 12 to 5, the tallest in Europe, So what about the Danes? Hung like Groot pear? Get yours, vertical accents. Damn, your staircase is scaling obtuse triangles of hell. Misdirected retribution for fiending Blisco. Dump more tea in a decor, please. Ate mais. Moana. My lessons forgot this. We, during dry seasons, stride with clave, may taste, test, macamba, and here Ching-Ching extracts extravaganza phenomenon lesser seen the derelict barge. Ocean been blacker than Vanta, urban like Kadesh, memory for fortune, the figurine to preach near ships. Emerald City night shifts of what's evicted right here, endangered declaratives underwater as the lightning strikes offshore. Loals Redu. Sound clashing, still pan yard, yardie boys preach beetroot soup, cinder block, canary, devil's letters blazed up, sermons make lazy, sky watchers. Hear ye shoreline guardians, shame on the billions who tried and dropped claim. We forgot passage, but we, Lord, from the waterside, Mohican tuck, deep divers, didn't we once grind gritty past that there's Piers Ridge? In the nowhere, a homecoming for Drexia's divinity. The moment babies bind here, butternut hues to Atlantis. The alley of living myths can't swing. The alley of living myths can't sing. Swing low for free, so pay a mofo. Truth inside, we enchanted grenades grind. Caught in a tidal hysteria by golly. Sweet bounce of shells, overboard calls. Everywhere comes from a dream in Panther. Thunder. Greeting claps can't cheat. The elegy of gospel church vanishing so far. Somewhere silicon long data. Sweep, swipe. Over there, did you dare say leaping honey trap queens been altered? Oh, what a joyful noise here on these ghosts of streets of another busy. Streets for gangster limb flotation hoes and their pimps. Que rico. Swore ways outlaw. Shalom, maldito. Club King's wings, a flutter, fish bait. Did you? That you know, you think you know, so what you know from here. That you know, you think you know, so what you know from here. That you know, you think you know, so what you know from here. That you know, you think you know, so what you know from here. That you know, you think you know, so what you know from here. That you know, you think you know, so what you know from here. That you know, you think you know, so what you know from here. That you know, you think you know, so what you know from here. That you know, you think you know, so what you know from here. Hey, that you know, you think you know, so what you know from here. That you know, you think you know, so what you know from here. Bites, vomit, vomit, chunk, water, got water, soup, blood, okay, Newadon, chunk, spit, vomit, soup, blood, drool, vomit, hamig, For Kathleen Fraser. Thank you.